Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's another beautiful day. And yeah, we have a couple weeks till France, but I just cannot sit still. I cannot film. I have to do this. So I think it would be pretty fun to go over to Indiana today. And we're gonna cross that bridge that I told you about. I think it's called the Big Four Bridge, the walking bridge, something like that. So we're gonna ride our handy dandy scooters from Kentucky over to Indiana, and we're gonna explore Indiana today. Let's try to get lost in Indiana. That'd probably be a little bit more interesting for the content. But it's already beautiful out here. You see we're right by the water. And you can see the bridge in the distance. So yeah, let's just have fun. Let's go get lost a little bit. All right, officially in New Albany, Indiana. And immediately, it's kind of hard to tell from camera, but we'll see some stuff close up. I noticed that the architecture is completely different than it is across the bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. So here in Indiana, although a bridge separates it, it's a lot different. Crazy thing enough, the scooter stopped working on the bridge, and it's actually kind of a long walk across the bridge. So we had to push these scooters all the way across the bridge. But we are now in Indiana, and I've been here a few times, but I don't really know what much of everything is here. So I think we should just get lost. I got some facts for you, because that's how I come. And in the last video, I felt like I was kind of a robot. Funny enough, my name is Robot Joe. This time, we're just gonna have some fun and see some stuff, and try to make it come off smooth, you know? Practice before we go to Europe. So let's see what we can find out here in beautiful New Albany, Indiana. So unlike our neighboring sister city across Louisville, Kentucky, New Albany, Indiana actually has a pretty small population of only 36,000. Founded the beginning of the 1800s, maybe 1815, 1813, something like that. I think it was a gentleman from New York who actually came down here and founded this. And from 1850 to 1880, it was actually Indiana's highest populated city, which is pretty crazy now, thinking there's only 36,000 people here. Indiana actually stands for a term. It's I don't know what the word is, mannerism, something like that. I don't know. Robot Joe's not the language expert, but it actually stands for Land of the Indians. And funny enough, there's only about 8,000 Native American people here now, so the name really does not suit the state. But yeah, pretty crazy, but it is beautiful. Everything in this whole area runs around the Ohio River. This is the lifeline for both cities. And it's crazy to think of the contrast. Louisville, Kentucky, way over there, big, beautiful, giant city. New Albany, Indiana, right here, right across the water. Louisville, Kentucky, maybe 1.5 million people live there. Here, only 36,000. On the same exact river, a night and day difference. Yeah, so I decided to head down from where we were, straight along the water line. We're just getting lost. Before we get into the city, I've seen signs pointing down here, Ohio Falls State Park. I think there's a waterfall there. It's gotta be beautiful. But this yellow house, man, so beautiful to me. All right, this is the falls. This is the path. Sketchy, but Robot Joe is on it. Let's go ahead and get down here, because we need to get down there. We have to get down there. This is, whoa. Whoa, this is awesome. We are getting down here, and guys, the view is amazing. Definitely worth it. Check it out. Wow, I gotta say, sometimes getting lost is the best thing you could do. I mean, we went to New Albany. I could have seen the city, but that's not what I was wanting. I was wanting to explore and to get lost, because that's where the best adventure comes from. Creating a problem, or not really a problem, but an obstacle, and then overcoming it. And once I heard there was some kind of waterfall thing down here, I knew I had to come. I guess the water must have been up all the way here at one point. You can see a lot of this debris, I guess. This would have came from the water higher up, and you can see right there where it's actually wet down there. I don't know, is it called, I grew up by the beach, so I know when the water comes up, it's called high tide. Is it the same thing where it's fresh water in a lake or a river? Look at this, let's see what we're walking on. This is sketchy. Oh. But anything sketchy is always worth it. You heard it here first on the Robot Show Travel Channel. Oh man. But yeah, this is beautiful. There's actually quite a lot of people down here. Not anybody where we came, but across, there's tons of people over there. People fishing right there along the water bank. Yeah, and then look at this. I mean, it's beautiful. This is really somewhere off the beaten path. And I'm glad I decided to get lost in New Albany, Indiana, because I never would have found this place. It smells like fish, and I don't even eat fish anymore, but I love it because it reminds me of my childhood. Man, this is beautiful. How have I lived across the bridge for 4 or 5 years and never seen this? That's what traveling will do to you. You got to explore. Definitely somewhere new. Oh man, there's so much water now. So we were walking up, and it kind of looks like mud, kind of looks like sand, but it's actually concrete or some kind of rock. It looks like the surface of Mars. You heard it here first. They did not land on Mars. They filmed it in Indiana. Oh, it's crazy, but I mean, this place is unreal. I gotta say, man, I'm almost speechless because it's so much to take in. Oh, there's the actual falls, I guess you could say. It's coming off of the Ohio River over there. You can kind of see it off that wall right there. Oh, I just seen a fish jump. Crazy. Crazy. You know, I grew up by the ocean. I'm from Florida. The ocean's everywhere. So when I see a large body of water that's freshwater, it kind of blows my mind. Like, I've been to Saginaw, Michigan, and whatever Great Lake is there, maybe Lake Michigan, something like that. It literally looked like a beach. Or I went to Chicago recently, and I was there, and it looked like an ocean. And it's crazy to me that there's freshwater bodies that are that big. Fact, maybe a morbid fact, but that's a fact still nonetheless. The great late Elvis Presley played his last concert ever in Indiana before passing away 3 months later. Yeah, man, I'm coming with the facts. Maybe not the ones you wanted, but you guys gotta admit, it's a cool fact. Guys, are you ready for this legendary mountain climb right here? Easier getting down, I think harder getting up. This thing, yeah, it doesn't do it justice on the camera. But let's see if we can get up there. I mean, we have to get up there, right? It's where our scooter is. Whoa, it is steep too. I almost fell coming down. Okay. And we've made it. Let's go back into the city now. See what kind of adventure we can find over there. Yeah, so zooming by on my scooter, how I do, Fast and the Furious, we gotta get it like that. Out of my peripheral, I see something amazing on this shut down brand new street right here. You can see that it's in development. So don't worry, I'm not walking in the street being a butthole when cars are driving by. But I see this clock out of my eye, out of the corner of my eye. It's humongous. So I do my due diligence, my history research, my Google search engine, how I do, actually on my phone, so maybe like this, I don't know. And I found out that this clock behind me is called the Colgate clock, and it's actually the second biggest timepiece in the world. It's been there since 1924, and there used to be a building that was there behind it, I guess, a bigger building, but that has since been torn down. But the clock still stands, and I think it's beautiful. I mean, I wasn't expecting to find the second biggest timepiece in the world today, and I'm sure you guys weren't either, unless you're from New Albany, Indiana. So then scratch that last remark. But stuff like that, man, that is why you get lost in random cities, because you come across stuff like this. Is that clock accurate? Let's see. That clock says 5:20, It's in fact 217. So I wouldn't say it's accurate, but it is beautiful, and I'm glad they left it up even though it does not work. So yeah, there was also a water tower over here. I seen, wow, actually look what I'm doing right now. I'm walking past the whole neighborhood that's not even in use. Look at this. Crazy. This is a brand new street, maybe in development. These houses don't look new, but they must have kicked everybody out for some reason. Maybe gentrification. This is the downtown area. And unfortunately, that's what happens when something becomes more popular. Rent prices get raised, people get kicked out, new people move in that can afford it, the neighborhood changes, some for the better, some for the worse. Yeah, that would be a beautiful view though, to live on the street every single day and see that. See, right over here, if I can see that water tower that originally caught my eye, it should be right. Are we peeking around? Almost there, and there it is. Yeah, you see a lot of water towers in this Midwest part of America still. Now that we're actually getting into the heart of the city, it's getting so beautiful. Just this one area right here, this one block. 3 beautiful churches right here. Churches are a good place to go in every single city you're gonna go. Find the oldest church you can. You're gonna see some of the best architect that you can. But we have this church right here. Very beautiful. Right here, some Victoria style homes, and right here, another beautiful church. I think this one actually might be for sale. And then another one right across the street. Beautiful houses. Yeah. New Albany, Indiana, very small as it is, the charm is unreal here. It has its own personality, and I actually really like that it doesn't mimic the city right across the bridge from it. Yeah, Indiana, beautiful, man. New Albany, its own charm. And I don't want to compare it to the city across from it because it's nothing like that. And that's something super, super authentic. So I will leave you guys here until the next adventure. We'll probably get one more video in before we head over to France. We've got some other countries I'm trying to go to that same week, so it's a little bit of a surprise. But I can't just not film and bring videos, so we'll probably go to one more state before we head off to Europe. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.